Hey guys, this is Avery here, and I'm going to be making this video today showing the different programming options you have with the MS-5UD. So let's open this right now. Okay. The first thing I do want to say though, I'm looking for a dress panel if anyone can find one for me. I just think it'll look a lot nicer. It's not required, but it's just something nice to have. Okay. You know, like the inside panel? Okay. So let's get started. Now in the MS-5UD and the MS-10UD, it's very easy to program. There's a keypad. On any other Firelight device, such as the MS-2 and the MS-4, there's no keypad. There's dip switches, which are not on this panel, actually. There's no dip switches. But for an example, the dip switch, for those people that do not know, look like that. Those, you know, certain combinations mean certain things. So on the MS-5UD, you have the ability to do it on site, or if you have it's in the ground here. Is that it? Or if you have the program on the computer, which is PS Tools, which I do have, you can just use a standard printer cable to plug right in to the computer. So once again, this is just a standard printer cable. This is actually an HP printer cable. I don't know if you can see the Hewlett Packard printer cable. Okay, so let's just get right into this video. There's only one trouble on the system now. There's no battery. I fixed NAC 2. I'm just not using it right now. I'm using NAC 1. It's such a hassle to rewire everything. I am planning on getting batteries soon. So expect this to have no troubles pretty soon. Okay, so to enter the program on the MS-5UD or the MS-10UD, you just hit either enter, or you can hit mode. You can go into programming mode. Now, the standard password, it comes in the manual, the default password, sorry. I'm not going to show it just because, for security reasons, so yeah, it's very simple though. For those of you that know it, I mean, it's pretty simple. So the program, sorry I'm kind of shaking the camera, it's just that I'm kind of tired and had a lot of coffee this morning. So there's a programming. Whenever you go into programming mode, please note that it does cause a trouble that you cannot acknowledge. So the different programming modes that I'm going to show in this video, I'm going to make about 2 other videos. See how there's about 3 pages? I'm going to do 1 video per page. So I'm going to call this a programming tutorial, part 1 of 3. So let's talk about the input zones just to begin with. Since this is the MS-5UD, there are 5 zones. The MS-10UD would have 10 zones, and that's where the zones would go, right there. So let's just go into a random zone. Let me go into zone 1. As you can see, I have it set up as a normal 2-wire detector. I just have it set as smoke room, just because it's in my room. It's a smoke detector. It's actually that smoke detector. That is supervised too. I'll say that in another video. So the first page of options after the home screen, as you would say, says input zone 1. So you have the option to disable the zone. You can change the type. Now you can change it to be a pull station, a water flow, which is the same thing as in a fire alarm, water flow non-supervisory, a combo unit, which is water flow and alarm, combo auto reset, which means that auto resettable, AR means auto reset, supervisory, 2-wire detector, normally open contact, which would be like a tamper switch, or maybe like you have something on this door to stop people from opening. Like you have a tamper switch right here. I don't know. That's what that normally open contact would be. 2 is just, you know, kind of like a standard fire. 3 is a tamper, so like sprinkler tamper. Yeah, you can also enter it to be supervisory or supervisor auto reset. What that basically means is I have this set to supervisory. When you turn the key, it turns on supervisory auto reset. When you turn off the key, it turns off supervisory. Medical alert, you can have it set to be hazard alert, tornado alert. Process monitor, if you have it set like that and it gets activated, all it will do is sound this piezo, which is covered by tape, because it is very, very loud. Very loud. Process monitor AR, so it'll sound the piezo. When it's activated, when it's reset, it'll go back to normal. AC loss monitor, so that basically means that if you have a large building and you want this to take care of your building, I don't know, and you have like let's say you have let's say you work for Google, okay, and you have the servers, right, and they're all plugged, which is unlikely, but they're all plugged into a power, you know, like one of those giant switches that are normally outside, like circuit breaker, and you don't want people shutting that off. That's what you'd have that set to. Acknowledge switch, so you can basically have this set to be an acknowledge switch, so that it'll acknowledge the panel. Silent switch, same thing, except it'll silence the panel. Drill switch, instead of pressing this button, you can actually turn the key and it will do a drill. Reset, same thing. Positive alarm sequence bypass. I'll get into that in about a minute or two. And then drill switch auto reset. Now to exit out of any menu, just hit escape. Verification, so like let's say if this only works on 2-wire detectors, by the way, verification only works on 2-wire detectors. It'll basically, when it gets activated, it will turn the power off and then apply power to it again. And if it activates again, then it'll go into alarm. Okay, so now let's go into positive alarm sequence or pre-signal delay. I always use a pre-signal delay just for ha-has. I mean, pre-signal delay, you can set it. You can set the panel to, once you activate the alarm, it'll wait 5 seconds before actually sounding the alarms. Positive alarm sequence delay is basically where if you activate an alarm and it wants to be sure that it was actually activated. Okay, so, and now it's free supervision. That doesn't really have to do with anything. I don't know what ACC is. You can actually, this is where you set the different descriptions. Now, if you just want to type one in, just hit 2. But if you want to use a pre-programmed one, just press 1. Standard average 2. So you can say north, south, east, all these good ones. Same thing with the noun. It's just that the noun is a place, like basement, boiler room, yada yada yada. Zoned. So yeah, that's pretty much all the same with the input zones. I'll be right back and we'll go right into the notification appliance circuits. Okay, so I'm back. Now let's talk about the notification appliance circuits. So these are the alarms in the buildings, such as that one. I only have about 2 NACs that are working. So that's NAC 1 and NAC 4. These other 2 were shorted out. If anyone could tell me how I could fix those, that'd be awesome. I mean, I don't want to really spend $100 fixing it, but NAC 2 and 3 do not work. This one and this one. So if you guys can, that'd be awesome. Okay, so let's just talk about NAC 1 since I have that hooked up right now. You can disable it if you would like. The coding options. Steady, which is continuous. March time. California. Temporal, or also known as code 3. And then Firelight offers two stages. Now, their 2 stages is different than a lot of people's ideals of 2-stage. 2-stage 3 minutes will basically mean when it activates, it'll wait 3 minutes before going into code 3, or the same thing with 5 minutes. Okay, the sync system sensor, sync wheel locks, sync Gentex, Faraday, and AMSA basically. Okay, so now let's go down. Silence. You can set it to, I don't know why I haven't synced it. Yeah, okay. You can have it set to, you can silence it, you can't silence it, or it will tell the devices, if you have a 2-wire device, such as this right here. This is a Wheelock NS or AS. I cannot remember what this is, and this is just rebranded by Gable. If you have a 2-wire, you can tell the panel that when I hit that silence button, for this, the horn to shut off on this. It's basically saying shut up to this thing. Pretty much. So yeah. Auto silence, like let's say if you're not home and the alarm goes off and you just want it to shut up after 20 minutes, it's fine. Silence inhibited. You can set it so that you have 1 minute before you can actually silence the alarms, which I don't recommend, but a lot of people do use. That's it for the next. The relays. Now the MS-5 and the MS-10UD have 3 relays. These 3 relays right here. They're connected to these. Sorry, it's really this is the one part of the panel that's really messy. See this terminal block? This is how you wire it up. So there you have the option for, it says normally closed right there, except you can't really see it. Normally open, normally closed, and common. So like let's say if you have a door or a door holder, and you want the door holder to be powered until there's an alarm. So what you would do, you'd hook it up to normally closed and common, so that when there's an alarm comes in, it will turn on this relay and open the contacts so that the doors will close. Okay, so there's different relay types. An alarm, so if there's an alarm, the relay will change state. If there's a trouble, the relay will change state. Or if there's a supervisory, the relay will change state. Process monitor, once again, if you have the zone set to that, and you activate the zone, this will start going off, and this relay will change state, basically. AC loss, we've talked about that before. Hazard, if you have it set to hazard, switch, communicator fail. Now, the MS-5 and the MS-10UD offer a built-in communicator, which just runs off of a simple phone line. I have this set just to call my cell phone if there's a fire. So if there's only an alarm, then it will call my cell phone. Any other problem, it won't. Sorry about that, I actually dropped my phone. Yeah. So this green wire just goes down over there. Focus a little bit. And actually right into the wall right there where it connects. So if there's a problem with one of these and it doesn't work, and you have it set to com fail, and why is it not focusing? There we go. The relay will change state. Medical, if you have it set for medical alarm, same thing. Silenceable alarm, I actually don't know what that is. It's probably the one thing on this panel I do not know what it is. I cannot figure it out. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the first video. I will upload the next video either tomorrow or Tuesday. And yeah, so let me just exit out of this. You can either hit escape like 10 times, or you can do what I do. Just hit reset. When you hit reset, it says saving system configuration, and it just, reset system, yada yada yada. The only trouble is that there's no battery. So once again, if you guys know where I can get address panel, just leave it down in the comments section below. Or if you know what a silenceable alarm is, please leave it down in the comment section below. I welcome all feedback. So yeah. Once again, thanks for watching, guys, and the next video will be either tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on when I feel like uploading it. I'm actually going to record it today. So yeah, that concludes the programming how-to for the MS-5UD. Thanks for watching.